Recent development to include a road program, community center, and the fisheries complex, no meaningful development has taken place on the sister isle in the private or tourism sectors. Sherilyn Beezer reports that the council is seeking to change the political landscape in an effort to further develop the island.
The decision to make the council all-inclusive, Barbuda Council Chairman Kelvin Punter says, was made in the best interest of the two political parties, bearing in mind that they represented the people. Punter and Chairman Education Board, Senator McKenzie Frank, explain why this move is not working.
Well, as with everything, people come with their agendas, whether you want to believe it or not, whether it's hidden or it's in the open. But at the end of the day, we tend to play these parties in politics. And quite frankly, it just has not and does not work for us here in Barbuda.
One of the things, Dave, that I think is important, if you're going to change something, you have to reform the political system that we have here in Barbuda. We have elections almost every 2 years, and that creates a certain type of dynamic and pressure, right, that upsets programs. One party gets in, they pursue a different program.
Senator Frank is of the view that the solution is to have elections every 4 years.
What I have discussed with the members in the BPM is the possible reform of the council, so we break the numbers down to one that truly reflects and gives executive capacity to the people who are elected. What I think is going to be important now is that you get something like an elected mayor, right, that has real executive authority to carry out policies that are promoted in an election and then can be effected by the mandate.
This, he adds, creates more centralized power within the group of councillors elected. Persons can be elected to run finance, agriculture and tourism, giving them a 4-year term rather than the council having elections every 2 years. Senator Frank says a recommendation has been made for a review of the finance and economy of the island. He adds that the council has requested the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, to look at the country's economy and set a development plan for the next 10 to 20 years. Punter, however, strongly believes that a 2 or 4 year term is not adequate.
Yes, you're elected for 4 years, but then you're part of a party system where election is pending, and instead of pursuing the path, the growth situation, you sort to leave that. So once you get going for a year, the second year you're thinking about the election of your party members. So you're faced with a situation, how do you continue? One of the obstacles I think at this point is that we have a two-party system. And I honestly, after reading the Barbuda Local Government Act over and over again, I do not think it was designed for any form of opposition.
He says this creates a situation where parties fight for power and the people and country suffer. He recommends a system where once elected, one can work undisturbed, focusing on developing the country. Punter is also of the opinion that human resources need to be developed. Sherilyn Beezer, ABS News.